Hello, and today we'll be checking out our plugin, that's the Magento 2 Multi-Vendor Marketplace product question answer plugin that basically allows the buyers to ask questions to the sellers regarding their products, and in turn the sellers can respond back to that particular question. Now, the questions on the admin's product will not manage by the seller. What that means is that the admin needs to revert back on those questions for which the customers have asked the questions, and the buyers can like or dislike the answers, and the admin can assign their product to the sellers, and in that condition the sellers can then manage those products as well. So if I scroll down on the home page, as you can see right now, I've not logged into my account, the customer account. I can scroll down, and here, just before the details of the product, we have the View QA section. Now here at the very top, we have the option to search for a question, or we can ask a question by entering the question and tapping on the search button. Apart from that, we have the questions and answers, their number. We can filter out the answers using the most helpful, most recent. To directly ask a question to this product's vendor, you'll have to tap here in the ask question. For example, if I enter clothing, and let's hit the enter button. So right now you can see that there's no answer regarding the clothing there, or let me cancel that out. So first of all, let's see how we can ask a question to this particular product vendor, that's the shop or mart. So I'll just scroll down. So to ask a question, I'll just tap here in the ask a question. So we'll have to log into our account first. So let me enter the details first. And then we'll be tapping here on the sign in button. Now after the login, we'll again tap on the ask button there, or the ask question, and then we'll be setting up the subject, material, make. I'll set the query. Alright, it's just for the demonstration purposes. Name to display, and then we'll be tapping here in the submit query button to submit the question for this particular product to the respective vendor. And the vendor can find this under his own account panel. So the query has been submitted, as you can see. So if I scroll down, let's scroll down a bit. Now, for example, about this section is that if there's already a question that has been asked and you have a word for that. For example, if I enter material and hit the enter button, we can see that a particular question has been displayed right now having the word material. Okay, so that's how you can search for the questions as well, or you can directly ask a question as well by tapping on the ask button there here. And this is the total number of question and answers, the number 10. So this numeric whatever there, that displays the questions and the answers that have been made for this particular product. Now to view all of the question and answers, you can tap here on the view all button, but you can set the options to show the number of items per page. So we have chosen it as 10. You can set it as 20 and 50 items to show per page. So let's tap here in the view all button, and that will display the complete list of questions being asked to this respective product's seller. So if I scroll down here, you can see that total number of questions have been asked, that are 4, and 10 answers have been made. Now the marketplace vendor can also make a reply on the questions, and the marketplace admin, but the sellers can't make a reply on the admin's product question. So only when the admin transfers his product to the vendors, only then can they make a reply on those products questions that have been asked. Now here you can see that there's a question, and there's a question with the name as well, with the date. From here, customers can dislike or like the answers that have been made. So for example, if you want to dislike it, you can tap here in the dislike. Otherwise, if you want to make it like, you can tap here in the like. Now for this particular question, that's the cloth material, we can see there are a few more answers to the same. So if I tap here on the view more, we'll be able to see the rest of the sections as well. And here you can see that the answer has been by Jane, Nick, by the product seller, and by someone else as well. So now for this question, if you want to make an answer, you can do that by tapping here in the give answer button, and we can set it as synthetic material, and sorry for that, it's synthetic material, and name to display Bordeaux. Okay, BOBDOE, and let's tap here on the submit answer. So as a vendor, I've logged in right now, and I've made in reply to this particular question's answer. So the answer has been submitted. Now let's scroll down. So similarly, you can see the other questions as well, like the t-shirt size is the top heading of the question. This is the actual question, and this is the answer. So you can see that the admin has also made a response on this particular question being asked for this particular product vendor, and some other customers have also made the answer. So the customers can also make an answer for the same, the vendors can do that, and the admin as well. So that's how this product question answer plugin works, and the customers can ask the respective products vendor different questions as they want, and the vendor as well as the marketplace admin or the customers can make a response on the questions that have been asked. The customers can see the view more option, wherein there are more answers or the questions asked for a particular one. They can what we say, like or dislike the answers that have been made as required. They can give the answers for the rest of the products as well by tapping on the give answer button. And to again ask, you'll have to just tap here in the ask question. You can ask question back to that particular seller's for the particular seller's product. And from here you can search for it, or you can search or ask for a question as well. For example, let's go for, if I enter size and hit the enter button, let's see what happens. So according to size, we have this particular question being asked, so we have searched for the question itself using that particular keyword that's search. Otherwise, we can also directly ask a question for the same. So that's how the customers can basically go ahead and ask the questions. And now let's see how it is visible to the marketplace vendor. So for that, the vendors need to go to the account panel, and under the marketplace account options, they'll find the marketplace question answer section, manage MPQA. So we'll just tap on that, and that will bring up the complete list of questions being asked for this particular seller's products. So here you can see that there are a lot of questions being asked, right? And here's one for the subject, that's quality, one for the color, product color. Now if you want to check this one, you can just tap the hyperlink for the quality. Let's open up in another window, and from here the vendor can make a response back to this particular question's answer. So that's how you can filter out the answers as well for a better management of the product question answers, and the same goes for these others. Now this one is the cloth material, the one that we had asked, and I've just tapped on that, and from here we can just post back the answer. If you remember, I had answered the synthetic material, so the answer is being displayed here. It's Feb 19th, today's date. So that's how the vendors can make a reply back to the questions that have been asked by the marketplace customers for their products by navigating to the manage MPQA section. Now at the time of submitting the what we say as the question, at that time the vendor is sent a mail that this particular customer has asked a question for your product, and there's a link there that can be tapped by the vendor to access that particular section very easily. Now the vendor as well as the admin gets the mail whenever a customer asks a question for a respective vendor's product. So here's the question asked by customer to admin mail, as you can see. Now this is for the seller that you got a new response on your for the customer that you got a new response on your question by the vendor. So this is how the customer can check the same within the mail. And this is the mail to the seller that someone has replied to your query on your product, and from here you can access the product once again. Now coming back to this section, so I assume that you would have now understood how easily the customers can ask the questions and can like, dislike, or can basically what we say as you can toggle through the other options. So one of the options that I wanted to show you, so let's get back to this product page first. So if you want to filter out the questions according to the most helpful and most recent, that can also be done very easily. So for example, I'll just tap here in the web all, that would display the complete list of questions being asked for this particular product. For example, we have the cloth material. We had made a reply by Bob Doe, if you see. So I can give it a thumbs up. And if I want to filter out according to most helpful, I'll just tap here on the most helpful. And according to that, the ones having that are more helpful depending upon the likes would be displayed in the descending order. Most recent shows the most recent questions and the answers that have been made, and according to that it is being displayed to the customer at the front end. Now let's hop on to the admin backend panel and let's see the different configurations and the workflow at the admin's end as well. So I'll just be logging into my admin backend panel from my Magento 2 multi-vendor marketplace web store by Webkul. And thereafter, after we're logged in, to make the initial configuration settings, after you successfully basically install this particular plugin, you'll navigate to stores, then configuration. On the configuration page under the Webkul block, you'll find the marketplace QA option. So this is the Webkul block, and under that we'll scroll down. Here's the marketplace question answer configuration settings for the plugin itself. Tapping that up brings up the general and the email template settings. Now under the email templates, you will see that email notification to seller is chosen here from the drop down. Similarly, we have the email notification to the admin and the email notification to the customer. So whenever the customer asks a question, a mail is sent out to the seller as well as the admin. Whenever a response is made, the customer receives an email for the same. Now let's go to the general settings, and here you can see that we have the option to make it as required. What actually the question approval. So whenever a question is asked, if you want that it should be approved first and then be displayed on the product itself, then you'll have to choose it as a yes. Otherwise, to directly display it, you'll have to choose it as a no. You can choose to send the email notification to the seller whenever a customer places asks the question for the product of the respective seller. So choosing a yes would send the mail, otherwise choosing a no would not send out the mail to the seller. Here you can see that whenever a question that is being answered, that is being asked, someone replies on that. So at that time, would you like to send a notification to the seller on a response? You can choose a yes for sending the response, otherwise choose no to not send out the mail notification on the response to the seller. Then we have the email notification to the admin, whether you want to send the email notifications to the marketplace admin or not. For yes, you'll send. For no, you won't be sending out the email notifications to the admin. Lastly, we have the email notification to admin on response. It is the same as this one. So whenever a response is made, if you want that the admin should receive an email for the response, then you'll have to choose this as a yes. Otherwise, to disable it, you'll have to choose a no. So after making these two general and the email template configurations, you'll have to tap here on the save configuration to save the particular configuration settings. Now we'll go to the marketplace management section. As you know that this particular marketplace question answer is on to the Magento 2 multi-vendor marketplace by Webkul. So you'll have to have the marketplace by Webkul first, and only then you can make use of the marketplace product question answer plugin. So here you'll have to go to the section. Let's see where exactly it is. Here's the product question answer section, and from here the admin can manage the product question answers as well for his products, and can check the ones for the marketplace vendors as well. So here the admin can find the complete list of customer questions that have been asked for the marketplace vendor products as well as for his own products. So here the admin can find the buyer name, the seller name, the product for which the question has been asked, the subject. This is the one that we had asked, material made. And here you can see that because we have set the auto approval of the questions as yes, so that's why this is disabled and was not visible at the storefront. And from here the admin can click to response on this particular question as well, and after entering the same, here you can make a response back, yes, test to answer, and then you can just tap here in the submit button to send this particular reply on this one back to the customer. Now after we are done here, let's go back. So just give me a second, let me tap on the back button, and now how can we approve this? So I'll just check this up. From the actions drop down, I'll choose enable, tap here on the OK button. This would be enabled. So under the status now it would be showing enabled, yes. Now let's go back to the product page. Let me go back a bit, and let's refresh the page once. So now we would be able to see that particular question that we had asked, the test question. And let me clear this filter out, and let me scroll down. So if I scroll down, you can see that here's a question that we had asked, material made, and this was the actual question, test query, and this was the answer made by the vendor himself. We had 2 more answers. So as an admin also we had made an answer. So here's that, yes, test to answer by admin. Okay, so now you can give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, or if you want as a customer you can also make a reply to this particular question. So that was much about the plugin, that's the Magento 2 multi-vendor marketplace product question answer, and I hope it helped you out in understanding the flow of the same. If you still have any questions, queries, suggestions or requirements regarding this or any other, kindly do get back to us at support@webkul.com, raise a ticket at webkul@uvdesk.com, contact us through webkul.com/contacts, reach out to our sales section by sales@webkul.com. And if you find this particular video helpful in some way, then do kindly give it a thumbs up. And lastly, thanks for watching this particular video, and have a great day ahead.